Hello, my name's Cooper. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm gonna be feeding horses, cows, and we got Bud Bell hay out for the cows too. And this isn't gonna be like my normal feeding videos. I just feed them, show you. I've had a couple people say I need to go more in detail and tell them what I feed and why and where I get it from. So that's what this is going to be about. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so this is our horse feed. This is a sweet green. And we like a sweet green because it's not as high as a lot of the other feeds. It's and we think it's better than some of them high dollar feeds and stuff, and in some ways, especially I guess corn, oats, and some alfalfa pellets, I think. So that's what we feed most of our horses. Some of our other horses, we feed them a little bit of other feed. It's more high, and it's supposed to be good for them, and protein, and to calm them down and stuff for young horses. But right now, the young horse that was feeding it to, well, we had two, but one of them we sent off to a guy, and the other one we just found out that he's not good enough to even get that feed. He's not as good as we thought he was going to be, so there's no point of feeding him a high dollar feed if he's not even worth it. So that's that. Let's get into my other heifer. We'll do that. Let's give this horse here some hay. So if y'all haven't watched any of my videos before, this is that horse my uncle is training for that one, for a guy. So, don't know when he's gonna go get her, but we're done with her, so I don't know when he's gonna come pick her up, but right now we're still feeding her and stuff. There's Rooster. How are you, Wardy? I'm gonna give her a little bit of feed here. She doesn't have any. I'll talk about that feed here in a minute. So I forget the name of this feed, but I call it trailer feed, as we have this trailer here. Town every once in a while filled up with feed, and then we fill our buckets that's put underneath there, fill them up, and then just pick them up and take them where you need to go, you know, in a bucket, 5-gallon bucket. So there's that, and there's where we get that from. So let's go put this up. There's your feed. Now I'm gonna go give her some hay. Alright, so we get our hay in bundles, as y'all can tell. Some of these bundles wasn't as good because we got them from a different guy this year, because our other guy didn't have any. So it wasn't as still good hay. Just the straps for the bundles wasn't as good as the other guy before. So I had a hand stack all this what was here before, and it sucked inside this barn. I mean, yes, you have a door here and over there, but I mean, it still gets hot in here, especially having to hand stack all this. I mean, I don't know what that was, 30 bales right here. It was from right here my foot is to that wall, stacked that high. So it's got a lot. So let's get in here. So I think the hay, it's pretty self-explanatory. You know, there's not very much grass in the winter, you know, because grass don't reproduce and stuff, so you have to give the cows hay to substitute the grass. And you really do on this one, because she's up here in the lot, so she don't have much grass anyways, even if this was summer. But she's got up here because I don't want all them warts spread to all Pop's cows, my grandpa's cows. So we're trying to doctor her. At this point, I don't know if they're gonna come off. So I might actually lose money on her and probably have to sell her pretty soon. I don't know. Probably sell her sometime this summer. If that does happen, hopefully they're all off by then. I don't know. I was gonna keep her as a cow, but I ain't gonna keep her as a cow with all the warts. So, alright, let's get into the other stuff. So we can feed the goats the same thing as what's that trailer feed is. Again, I can't remember the name of what it's actually called. Oh, got it, 4-way. So the name of this feed is 4-way. I just remembered the name of it. This feed's 4-way. It's called 4-way. This type of feed. We get it at a feed store, put it in that feed trailer, put it in 5-gallon buckets or this red coffee can for the goats and cows. And probably should have made this video in the morning, but I just got home from school, wanted to make a video for y'all. My family is away looking at a horse, picking one up for a friend in Kansas. It's Kansas, so they're gone, and so I had to stay home, feed these. Well, I had school too, so I couldn't really, so I need to stay home. So I can't film it in the mornings because I know they wouldn't want to be in the video. There's the goats behind me there. I know they don't really like these videos, so I knew they didn't want to be in it. So I kind of have to make it in the evening when they're not here, stuff like this. But I mean, as long as they ain't in it, they don't really care. So you might see a little bit of their shirt. That's why you never really see them talking. So there's that. Hope y'all can hear me good today. Because the wind is really blowing like crazy today. So yeah. Alright, I'm getting the dogs and then probably the horses. So see you there, and I'll show you there. Dog Finn, hey Roos, how are you? Slick, Digger, our newest, youngest puppy. Might have seen him some videos before. How are you, Dig? Huh? How are you? Good boy. Oh, Dig. Some one of these. Do much on the dog side, so I don't really know what to feed them. I saw that was puppy feed for Digger. The feed we feed our other dogs. Digger, I only have 3 now. One time had all these. You actually got a lighter, but one here. And here, so then you can put more dogs. So I'll get them dogs. I'll see you there. See you later. I'll be back, but you up. Well, and pet on you in a little bit. I'll get done with this. Got a little more now. This is some sweet grain that we feed the other horse. This is just in this tub. Pretty sure this was, I think, a freezer. Some sort of high school someone. We had my grandpa, and we've had it over, I think, 20 or 30 years now. So this is Rex's feed. Put him in this. We give him like half a can, and then put this medicine in there to loosen up all his joints, because he's crippled in the left flank hock. So this helps him not be as sore, and we can ride him more. So I mainly give that feed to him in the mornings, but I been giving it to him a little bit at night because we didn't give it to him for a week because we had some snow, and then we got where we ran out, thought we had enough, and we couldn't go get some. So when we start it back every time for like a week, we do it morning and night, and then we go to only in the morning. So I'm gonna go feed Rex. There you go, Rex. There's Rex. Here's Jones. He's a little younger, so we give him a little bit more feed, so he can grow up more, stay strong and stuff. So I have to shut this gate because Rex is faster eater, so he'll come in there and eat his feed. So he can eat plenty of feed. I'll just shut this, and then I'll let him out later. So there's Rex. And then I'll go here to Rowan and Rose. Before I do that, we'll just fill up this water real quick for him. Rowan, he gets half a can, just like Rose. There's Rose. I'll turn on their water, and then I'll go feed her real quick. There's her. There, Rose. Alright. Good horse. Hard to catch. Once you catch her, she's good. When I get done filling this water tank up, then I'm gonna go do Dustin's roping calves and see there. Calf feed. Roping calves, these are what we use for roping calves. We normally have 6 or 7. We had 7. Those 3 are what we have left. Has the other ones on a wheat field. So the rest of them was on the wheat field. So what you probably seen or knew that from my TikTok. I would have filmed it for a YouTube video, but I couldn't do that because I don't have a GoPro. So I didn't feel comfortable enough filming and getting my phone out every now and then, and knowing I could do it. Getting that job, you know, and stuff. So I didn't get to film all that, so I'm hooked this water hose onto here, this water hydrant, and then I'm filling up that tank over there. So see y'all there. Just ran that water over there to here to water these bulls. I get a half a bucket in the morning. We feed all our wheat calves in the morning too. So I've showed y'all feeding them, but I didn't talk about their feed. But I haven't talked about any of their feed really, so that's why I want to make this video. So I heard people that want to feed, so I figured to make this video telling you about that. So I feed them all the wheat cattle, get that 4-way that we get from feed store town over from us. So then we put it in that feed trailer like I talked about earlier, and then put in 5-gallon buckets and feed them to them in the morning. So there's that. I get no more than this. I'll probably either gonna go put out mineral so I can shut the gate so the cows don't bother me while I put out hay. Since I have no one to open shut that gate to prevent the cows out. All I can do is good. Just drive and do it together. So I don't know what to do yet. I'll think about that. If I shut the gate and have to get off and on the tractor, I'll put out mineral. And if I don't, I'll just drive the tractor down there and show you all that. So there's that. See y'all later. I'm gonna unhook this water hose, and then I'm gonna go put out that hay. So I don't know what it's gonna get, but every day in the winter we drain the water hose. And if you don't know what draining the water hose is, it's what you do is you just walk with it, with your hand over your head, over you, and goes along the whole hose. Just along the whole hose. And what that does that gets all the water out of there where it won't freeze up if it gets below freezing at night. So then you can use it still in the morning, and then you gotta go ahead and drain it again. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna put out hay. See you there. You can see there. Right down here. Forward, put out that mineral. And shut that gate right there. Because if I don't shut that gate, when I put out hay, all them come in here, get in front of me, slow me down, and makes it harder to cut. Take all the hay wrap off. Probably heard me explain that multiple times before, but I've had to do that today by myself. Last time I do that for my grandpa, so it's a little bit different for me, but it's alright. I mean, I'm used to it. I know how to do everything, so I'm fine. So I run up there, get tractor, get my hay, cut it, and tell you all that. So see you there. Start the old tractor up. I'll let this warm up for a minute, and then go put on some hay. I'm gonna go pick up a bale from the hay yard and put one right up there, and then give one for the cows. So there we go. Run this one up there, and then I'll get it over for the cows. See y'all there. Bale too. Alright, so just picked up that bale. I already showed you running that bale. I'm gonna shut these gates and then go put out a little bit of hay. If y'all didn't know, I haven't really showed y'all a good video of this. This is our hay yard. That's our grain drill. And we got all these hay. We got some more hay over there. We see this from here. Keep these away from here so cows can't reach over and get those. Y'all might have seen some YouTube shorts, or if you follow me on TikTok, all that stuff was over there. I mean, I can't tell you what it was, but y'all seen the disc and all that stuff, brush off over there. So I'm shutting the gate to the hay yard, and then we're gonna run that bale of hay to the cows. See y'all later. I tried to do this the other day with Pot, and it was like extremely difficult, him guiding me to this. So I know I'm gonna struggle by myself, because this is our first year having this, and I'll explain how it helps here in a minute. So right now, the whole goal for people that don't know is I'm trying to stick this spear right here where this circle is right there. So I'm trying to head for there. So we know I need to come in more. That's probably gonna push us somewhere closer here. So I know I need to pull up a little bit. So I look good on this side. I think I'm closer. Yeah, I thought I was closer on that side. So there's that. I'm gonna struggle here for a couple minutes, and then I'll tell you all about how this is gonna help to us put out hay. Now they get it pretty close to the middle. See how it's kind of middle what I was talking about? So there's that. So now I got it there. Now I gotta cut this nut wrap off. I know my knife, I need to sharpen it. I haven't found enough time recently. So I'm gonna pull this nut wrap off. I'm gonna roll it and show you all that. I got the nut wrap off. Now we're rolling. Alright. So this lever controls my the booms to make them go in and out, and this one controls going up and down. So you're gonna want to push this all the way down. So when I lifted it up earlier, it was right here, that little notch. So that's pretty close to all the way down. And then I'm gonna go probably a little ways, and then I'm gonna have to drop that down some more. So let's get into it. So butter in gear, I think about 2. So yeah, you got all these gauges here. 1, 2, 4, 3, reverse. Well, I'm at park. That's your reverse and forwards. So let's get into it. Let's see what it's gonna do. Pop up our RPM with this red lever, or orange, about 20. Let's see what she's doing. See, it's kind of a windy day. It's already making some rows for us. See how it's making rows? We're already doing pretty good. I'm looking back trying to show you all this. That's why it's not very straight. So this thing works pretty good. I mean, it honestly does. Well, when we was first starting this year, it was pretty. We was doing some rock bells, so I didn't really think it would do good right then, because that's all I've seen it before. But now I'm starting to get where I really like it, and I'm gonna talk here about a minute why this is better than the way we did before. So let's get into that. Y'all can hear me. This is called a hand roller. I didn't say that earlier, but the hand roller, some hydraulic hoses to control these from going in and out. And then, so what this does is it unrolls your hay bale like this into flat, long rows of this. So, really, it's pretty nice. It's so windy outside, so I came back in here to tell you why we like it better. So we like unrolling our hay better because it makes more room for the cows and our heifers to eat better than a hay bale. You know, I guess hay ring. Hay rings what we used before. They wasted a lot of hay, made a muddy mess around it. This, it don't make a mess around it. They don't sit around it. You feed in different areas each time. If you get better bales of hay, then it can actually improve some of your grass, I've heard. If you have a field that's not very good, like the little seeds in it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that from some guys. And if it snows, it also makes a good place for them calves and cows to lay down and bed down, so they don't have to bed down in cold snow or somewhere dry. So it just seems like it's a better deal all the way around. This hay ring. I mean, since we realized that the hay ring wasn't as good as this, we didn't have one last year. So what we did was we took our front of the loader of the tractor, and we would flip them upside down with forks like this, and then go like that. And you'd have to adjust it every time. It took forever. It was really slow. It was pretty bad. So there's that. I'm gonna go count these cows and see that. As I didn't explain, for the people who don't know, counting cows, you count them because you don't know if you could have a calf run through a fence really easy, especially during calving season when we're trying to check them all, make sure they're all doing good. And calving season goes to their little calves. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. They're calving all right now. We got about 10 left right now, and some of those are some of my cows. There's a couple of the pop cows. Most of mine are later this year, so there's that. Just count them, make sure they're all there, make sure they're all fine, and they're okay, and everything. So I'm gonna go count these, and then we'll get into it. I don't know what we're going to do next, but there we go. Well, I would show y'all counting the rest of the calves and stuff, but this is probably a longer video than most of them. So I figured I'd end it here to try and make it shorter, because this video is probably longer than any video I normally do. So then it don't bore y'all to the end. So, it's like 5:01 right now, so I'm gonna go say pop some, then we're gonna count the cows together, because it's one of his favorite things to do is count the cows and look at little calves and stuff. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna wait for him. See y'all in the next video. Thank y'all for watching this, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this or learned something. See y'all in the next one, old son.